Special orthopedic surgeries in Turkey. Joint replacements have long been considered a common procedure. Artificial joints are mass-produced by the major endoprosthetic pharmaceutical manufacturers and distributed worldwide. But now you can receive a joint specifically designed for you, right in the clinic, tailored to your body's individual characteristics. The difference is like between suits. One is factory-made following standard patterns, while the other is tailored on Seville Road, exactly to your figure. That's what a proper suit is. In this video, we will show how artificial joints with personal measurements can be made, and we'll talk to a doctor who does these operations in Antalya, Turkey. Subscribe to our channel for you can find a lot of medical insights in Turkey here. Joints can wear down. Eventually, many need to replace them with artificial joints. They can work for about 10 to 15 years. After that, such an artificial joint also wears out. Materials wear down and bones at the joints grind away. Factory-made prosthetics, roughly speaking, differ only in size like t-shirts. S, M, L. Manufacturers of prosthetics cannot take into account the characteristics of each body. But some time ago, a new method came up at the scene that solves these issues and has many other benefits. With this method, surgery takes less time. It takes smaller cuts, which means significantly lower infection risk. Patients should stay in the hospital for less time and so recover faster. Dr. Murat Baluglu, an orthopedic surgeon in one of the most famous hospitals of Antalya, a staff physician in the Antalyaspor football club. He received his education and specialization at the Akdeniz University, did an internship in Italy, and has worked in various Turkish cities. He is one of the few doctors skilled in the new method of robotic joint replacement. With this new method, after the patient and the medical team decide to replace the knee or hip joint, the X-ray and tomography of the patient should be uploaded into the system, which uses artificial intelligence. This system creates a model of the future joint prosthesis, informing us about its size and shape in details so that new joint will perfectly fit this specific patient, ensuring a precise fit. We have the prosthesis ready when we begin the surgery, and so we know what to do during the surgery, understanding each step in advance, and the system prevents the surgeons from making mistakes. We perform this surgery using the robot's hands and some extra medical tools. The advantage of this method is that we create a one and only prosthesis perfectly suited for one specific person. In other words, we do not use pre-made prostheses with this method. Another advantage is that we reduce our working time. In the past, roughly speaking, the surgery took, for example, 2 hours. Now we can perform knee surgery in 1 hour. The cut on the body is much smaller, and this greatly reduces the risk of infection. The time patients spend in the hospital is shorter, and they stand up sooner. In fact, the day after the surgery, we help the patient get on their feet and walk. We make him walk much faster. By the way, this minimizes the risks associated with the patient lying down in bed. Reducing the rehabilitation time allows the patient to return to normal life faster. But the most important difference is the prosthesis' durability. A standard joint prosthesis can work for about 10 to 15 years, but with this new method, it's possible to maintain a prosthesis to work in the body for at least 20 to 25 years. So, generally, this method is highly beneficial from every side. How widespread is this joint replacement method? This method has been around in Turkey for 3 to 4 years. Of course, initially, this system was started to use in other countries. In the last couple of years, this method has become routine for us, so we can perform these surgeries every day. For now, out of 10 joint replacement surgeries I perform personally, 4 are robotic operations. I believe that in 1 to 2 years, this ratio will be 8 to 2. Are there contraindications for using joints created and placed this robotic way? In fact, the medical conditions for both regular and this prosthesis are quite the same. If we talk about contraindications, I can name a few of them. Surgery cannot be performed if the patient has a bone tumor, or in the situation of severe osteoporosis, performing either robotic or traditional joint replacement procedures is not possible for patients with such conditions. Other than these patient groups, we can conduct joint replacement surgeries for everybody. I'd like to emphasize that we particularly favor this new robotized method for younger patients. This is because these advanced prostheses have a longer lifespan, up to 20 or 25 years, so these surgeries are preferable for younger patients. How much differ this new method in terms of patients' money expenses compared to traditional prosthetic methods? Robotized joint replacement is a relatively new method, and with all the equipment required, it does indeed have a higher associated cost. But I believe that as this method gains popularity, it will become more financially accessible. Right now, to put it simply, the price difference is about 1.5 times. If, let's say, a regular joint replacement costs X, then the new method is 1.5 of X. Many people who are interested in getting joint replacements and who find out about the new robotized method often choose this last one, even with the price difference. They already know that not every hospital performs such surgeries, as it requires specific equipment and a trained medical team. A dedicated service company assists foreigners in choosing a clinic and scheduling with a doctor in Turkey. This company also offers free initial consultations. This company's staff consists of certified medical professionals with experience in Turkish hospitals who know the peculiarities of the local healthcare system well.
After a person submits a request for treatment in Turkey, we, the coordinating doctors of Healthy Turkey, select the best clinic and doctor for them based on their diagnosis, wishes, and needs. As practicing Turkish doctors, we know exactly how to do this as correctly, quickly, and effectively as possible. We constantly accompany the patient throughout the whole trip, and we always stay in touch for any questions that may arise even after the patient returns home. We also talk a lot about our work on our Instagram account. You can subscribe to our Instagram via the link or QR code to get to know us better and, of course, to understand how our company works in general.
How long does the rehabilitation period take after prosthetics? How does this method impact recovery time? Rehabilitation time is one of the advantages of robotized joint replacement method. We performed a smaller incision, resulting in less bleeding and swelling. Consequently, the rehabilitation time for the patient is very short. With traditional joint replacement, we recommend physical therapy to every patient. But now, with the robotized method, this recovery time is particularly reduced. Actually, 2-week rehabilitation period is enough now. How often do foreign patients contact you, and from which countries do they mostly come? I have heard and read that in other countries there is a very long waiting period for prosthetics operations. Either the technology isn't as good or getting treatment is much harder. For this reason, foreigners approach us, especially for robotized joint replacements. Even more foreigners inquire about microsurgery or sports surgery in Turkey. The robotized method is certainly popular and definitely preferred, so we have received quite a few requests lately. Most of our patients are from Europe, England, Germany. We have patients from all over, including Russia and Turkey too. You can find videos about other orthopedic help in Turkey in the playlist on our channel, right at this link. We're meeting different orthopedic doctors there and talking about how Turkish medicine can help foreigners. We choose these doctors carefully. They are always top professionals. Take a look and listen. In the video description, you'll find the costs of some procedures, including consultations, airport pickups, hotel stays, and help from a language-speaking assistant. Turkey stands out from other countries with its comprehensive approach to patient care, unlike in other places where separate payments are often required for each procedure. The company Healthy Turkey organizes such trips under an all-inclusive system and collaborates only with verified specialists in both medical sphere and in hospitality, coordinating all aspects of their work for every patient. The Healthy Turkey manages everything, from consultations and agreements with the clinic and doctor to transfers and accommodations, immigration formalities, and translating medical documents, and even downtime between appointments with the doctor. You can see the company's website address on your screen. There's a wealth of information about other medical services for foreigners in Turkey. Feel free to call with questions at this number. All popular messaging apps are available. Make sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss new videos about excellent medical care for foreigners in Turkey.